Despite a curb stomping by the Detroit Lions last weekend and a dive to the bottom of the list of teams on the outside looking in for a playoff spot, the Denver Broncos still have a chance. But it's going to mean playing complete games with few mistakes, and that will start with beating the Patriots on Christmas Eve.
There wasn't a lot positive for us in that game. Thought those guys did a real good job. The red area, third down, really in all phases. So frustrating night. It's tough to have one of these nights. Obviously, there's a lot at stake. So
hey, Broncos country, I'm Lori Lattimore-Volkman, and this is the Christmas Roundup. The 42-17 loss to the Detroit Lions last weekend was a doozy. So Sean Payton is taking a page out of the Bill Belichick playbook, and not unironically, moving on to the New England Patriots.
You can focus on the things you can control, and that's it's obviously getting ready to play New England, and that's it. And focus on getting this next win, because that's really all that matters. And it's going to take 3 wins, but it starts with this week.
After a tough 3-game road stint, the Denver Broncos will be back home at Mile High to host the evil genius and his Patriots, whose 3-11 team is struggling, but still putting up a fight.
Zappi under center. Short motion by the fullback Brown. Play fake by Zappi. He's in the pocket. He lobs the throw to Henry in the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Patriots!
And still a team the Broncos need to worry about. Sean Payton definitely knows the Patriots cannot be underestimated, ever. Given the Broncos' struggles on offense when Russell Wilson doesn't have time or the run game can't get going, there's no doubt Belichick will be looking to exploit those weaknesses.
It's one of the things that Bill historically has done very well. You know, he's gonna try to loot your strengths, and I think that's what good defensive coaching is. You know, trying to force you to do things maybe you don't do as well.
Well, obviously, Coach Belichick's one of the best of all time. Obviously, he'll have those guys prepared, and they'll do different things. Obviously, they do a really good job. They're really well coached, they're really sharp. We're gonna have to trust our eyes, trust what we see, the run game, the pass game, all that stuff, and just play clean football. I mean, we've got a lot of guys that can make a lot of plays, and we're excited to get after it and play at home.
Against the Lions, the Broncos running backs and Russell Wilson together combined for a measly 83 yards on the ground. Meanwhile, the defense allowed David Montgomery to get 85 yards on his own and Jahmyr Gibbs to get 100. 100! All by himself. A lot of that was due to this interesting and also horrendous stat by Pro Football Focus. Denver Broncos missed 17 tackles on Saturday night, which was the worst in the league for Week 15. Also, Denver's second worst of the year. As you can imagine, the worst was against Miami when they missed 25. But honestly, 17 feels like a vast underestimation because it seemed more like 117 missed tackles. But it's fundamentals like that Josie Jewell says the defense needs to get back to focusing on.
Before getting on this call, that's the one thing I was thinking about. And the one thing we didn't do very well, especially on the defensive side, executing the plan, whether it be, doing exactly what your job says to do or fundamentally finishing plays how we're supposed to and how we've been doing. So just a reminder of, it's the NFL and everybody's good at their job and you got to be exceptional if you want to be, doing a great job every single week. And that just comes back to consistency. And that's one thing we need to really hone in on these final 3 weeks.
Saying it and doing it are always two different things, but the Broncos really have no choice if they want to get back to winning. And we want them to get back to winning. And they only have 3 games to get on track. And not just for the record or for the playoffs, but because we need to beat these teams. We need to beat the Patriots. We definitely better beat the Chargers. And we have got to freaking beat the Raiders. Now, I hate losing to the Raiders. Come on, Broncos. Vance Joseph will also be looking for a little redemption. After being crowned practically a genius for the turnaround the defense has done the last 7 weeks, his defense was embarrassed on Saturday night.
Saturday, we didn't play well. We didn't tackle well. who were very average in the red zone and third downs. So I've got to coach better, obviously, and we got to play better. Our defense plays very well when we can dictate, and on Saturday night we could not. We chased them. It was some known run pass downs. They were throwing the ball. Some known pass downs. They were running the football. So we had no chance to dictate and to get ahead of the sticks. And we don't play well when that happens. No one does. So just getting back to dictating, winning first down, pressuring the quarterback, taking the ball away. That's our formula to win.
As usual, Russell Wilson is the epitome of optimism, believes this team will bounce back.
Added importance against a Belichick team that looks like they want to win a low-scoring game.
Yeah, for sure. I think conversions, getting first downs, and third down, and finding explosive plays every once in a while. Whether it's through a handoff or through a deep shot or through a shallow cross or a short little throw or whatever it is. It's like they do a really good job of not missing tackles and making their plays and everything else. So you got to find ways to create plays. I think you also got to be patient too, knowing that they're going to do a really good job and be coached really well. But at the end of the day, I think that we got to find a way to score one more point than they do.
But being back at Mile High should certainly help.
I think our focus is, obviously learning from this film, but the most important thing is going back home in front of our fans and, playing a New England Patriots team that we got to beat. And, they'll be ready to play. We'll be ready to play. I think the most important thing that we can do is learn from it. It's been a journey all season, right? We started behind the 8 ball a little bit. We've done well over the past several games, and unfortunately didn't go away tonight, but we're going to respond the right way. That's what we're going to do.
For the Christmas Eve matchup, the Broncos will don their snow-capped helmets. And this time, they better win, because the last outing didn't go so well. Aside from winning for the sake of winning, we need to make sure this new uniform is not jinxed, because I love it. It looks amazing. Don't lose, Broncos. I want to wear these again and enjoy it. So there. Plus, Broncos, it's been too long since we had a shot at the playoffs. You can do this. We need this. 3 wins. And Santa, if you're listening and checking that list, I have been really nice this year. Mostly nice. I haven't been naughty. Just don't look at Twitter on game days, okay? I had good intentions, really. It's all for the Broncos. The point is, I don't want any gifts this year. I just want 3 more wins. Go Broncos. And happy holidays. Every fan down in Broncos country liked Christmas a lot. But the Grinch, who lived just east of there, really did not. The Grinch used to love Christmas, but not the last 7 seasons. You can ask why, but you really know the reason. Perhaps because where she lives, there's really no snow. But mostly, it's because the Broncos are not 14-0. And at 7-7, this team is definitely better. But the Grinch is a little tired of just being mediocre. One thing we can't blame for her particularly bad mood is the injuries this year, because they're pretty healthy dudes. And since her team finally beat the QB by
Mims into 30, heads to the west sideline, has her blocker, 35-40. Here we go, 45 midfield. Mims still running inside the 40. Wilson in trouble now. Tries to set up a screen. He's got Javonte Williams. Javonte gets a block to the 5, to the goal line. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos, with 7:56 left in the opening quarter, lead the Chiefs 6-0. Bounces around, protection's good. Deep ball for Jerry Jeudy. Jeudy goes up and makes the catch. Jeudy with a terrific catch. Gets up and pounds his chest. Go ahead, Jerry Jeudy. Russell in the pocket. Floats one in the back of the end zone. He's got Jeudy. Jeudy runs underneath it. Touchdown, Denver. Mahomes sets up and throws. The ball's going to be intercepted. Intercepted and up and running. Second turnover by the Broncos. That's picked off by Jaquan McMillan. 1st and 10. Messi pocket. Fumble. There's a Cooper. He vacuums it in, and the Chiefs have fumbled. Wilson loads it up, throws a back shoulder fade for Sutton. That is a heck of a catch by Cortland Sutton. I mean, that's as good as I've seen this year. Oh, the ball's caught and fumbled, and the Broncos have it. Broncos have the football inside the 10. Here comes Cortland. There goes Wilson. Touchdown! Sutton, touchdown, Denver. Runs back, runs into his own lineman, and down he goes! Baron Browning will get credit for that. Dips Arms Bonito, throws the ball on the run. That ball is intercepted.
Maybe she's just mad about that game in Miami. But that's not it, because the game that made that big Grinchy frown was when Nathaniel Hackett came back to town. No, the thing that really makes her annoyed is the up and down performance of her favorite boys. So she growled with her Grinchy Grinch fingers and started writing, "I'm just tired of this team barely surviving. With Sean Payton here and Russell Wilson mostly on track, why can't this team just get on track?" But then, with 3 games looming and possible playoffs for these boys, the Grinch knew the best secret weapon would be Broncos fans' noise. There's one thing we need, and it's noise, 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 noise.
Let's go! Broncos country, thank you guys for coming out and supporting. We're heading into the bye with some momentum. We're going to keep this rolling. Let's go!
There's still reason for fans to shriek squeaks and squeals, cheering super loud with hearts full of feels. They should dance with jing tinglers tied on their heels. They can blow their fluvers and bang their tartukas. They can whack their woo hoopers and bash their gardukas. They can spin their trumtukas and slam their slew slunkas. They can beat their blum bloopas and wham their hoo honkas. I almost did it, the whole thing. Woo wonkas. Who wonkas? I don't know. Who honkas? They're all good. It's all good. But maybe, just maybe, some threatening offense can bring this team back and do it with vengeance. Wilson will throw to Sutton, Judy, and Mims, then hand off to Pirine and Williams, or just take it in. Our veteran QB will play like a beast, giving the defense an opportunity to feast. Feast, 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 feast. They'll feast on Belichick pudding and savory Kraft treats. They'll punish guys with the ball, whether it's Zappa or Zeke. Neither turnovers or third downs will be a problem. They'll roll to 8 and 7 with the check in the W column. Then it'll be the Chargers' turn for mile-high wrath. With an interim coach and backup QB, it's pretty simple math. Cooper, Browning, and Benito will be on display, so Simmons, Surtain, and McMillian can take the ball away. But the more the Grinch thought of these last 2 games, the more she pined for the third one and the Raiders to go down in flames. For too many years I've put up with it now. I'm tired of losing. I must stop it. How? Then she got an idea, an awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do. The Grinch laughed in her throat. I can't laugh like the Grinch. Can't do it. I'll make a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. And she chuckled and clucked. What a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and hat, I'll look just like St. Nick. So on the night before Christmas, all dressed in orange and blue, the Grinch grabbed the playbook and gave it a solid review. She added some trickery, but not an onside kick to start. No, more play action, designed runs, and hitting Judy en route. There'd be perfect balance between the run and the pass, creating lots of opportunities for the defense to kick ass. No way this offense fails, the Grinch was grinchily humming. These teams will have no idea which Russell Wilson is coming. Ah, that's a scene, grinned the Grinch, that I simply must see. She paused, and then she got down on her knees, and she said a little prayer to the heavens above. Please, football gods, please show my Broncos some love. In spite of our struggles to really move the ball, I'm just asking for 3 good games overall. The Grinch didn't need to fret and worry so much. It's fact, that's just a lack of imagination and such. So she prepared for her Broncos to dismantle their opponents, running the ball down their throats and giving them notice. Oh, what a Christmas this will turn out to be. Broncos will be winning, and the Pats, Chargers, and Raiders will be super whiny. But then the Grinch thought, what if Broncos can't do this? Oh, and it occurred to her, such thinking was ludicrous. Maybe football, she thought, doesn't require such uproar. Maybe this game and this team is a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Broncos country, they say that the Grinch's orange and blue heart grew 7 times that day. Of course they can beat the Patriots, Chargers, and Raiders. Screw the draft order. Don't be a hater. Winning is winning, and the Broncos simply must do it. Study the film, make a plan, and commit to it. So the Grinch dug down, and she dug pretty deep. She found some positivity. In fact, she found heaps. And now that her heart didn't feel quite so tight, she cheered and she cheered without so much fright. Because this is her team no matter the finish. Her faith in Denver will never diminish. Not too much anyway. Sean Payton has the locker room and the guys want to play. Broncos country, let's get back to work and quit thinking of doomsday. This is Broncos football, and it's always quite a ride. Postseason or no, there's really not a downside. They'll make some great catches, get to the QB with a roar. A few bursty runs will help even the score. And with each season that doesn't end just right, we've always got Super Bowl 32 as a highlight. Because this is Broncos country, where we breed. Because this is Broncos country, where we bleed orange and blue. And the day is coming when we can say to all our AFC West opponents, we are better than you.
We know what we can do. So to beat the Chiefs, to beat these guys, sets a standard of who we should be and who we can be and who we're going to be.
Happy holidays, Broncos country. Go Broncos.